Hello everyone, I'm from FKTI and today we are going to begin with Microsoft Business Intelligence. Now, Microsoft Business Intelligence is a massive concept. It is not a small one that can be covered quickly. Before we actually proceed into the demos of Microsoft Business Intelligence, we need to understand why it is required, what is it, and how does it come into the picture. The course for Microsoft Business Intelligence is for 40 days. You can write an email to fktiindia@gmail.com for further inquiry. As of now, we'll proceed with our basic concept video. Now, Microsoft Business Intelligence, this topic's targeted audience is people who already know the concept of a database and have used Microsoft SQL at least a couple of times. I'm asking this because business intelligence is tightly coupled with your database and SQL concepts. Let's begin. The very first topic in MSBI is data warehousing. We need to understand what data warehousing is. To understand data warehousing, we need to know what is the difference between OLTP and OLAP. I'm assuming that you guys at least know how the data transfers from an application to the database when whenever the save or submit or whatever the button is clicked. So basically the user interface that you have, whatever data you see over there, it comes from a backend, from a database, right? Let me show you this with a diagram. We have a web, Windows, or a mobile application in which we enter some details. This data goes from application, sorry. So this data goes from application to my database. Everyone is aware about it. Now, this application, in return, whenever I log in back to the website or that application, I just have to enter my username and password. That is again stored in my database. I have to enter my username and password and it will go to database. It will verify whether it's correct and it will send a signal back to application with all my information. So I don't have to enter all my details again and again. Now consider a high valued website, a highly transactional website. Let's take the example of a railway website, right? There are lakhs of transaction every second, lakhs of users every second that are accessing this website. So the arrow that I'm showing, I will not scramble it up, but consider that there are many users who are coming in. Okay, millions of users who are accessing that particular website. It is in turn going to the database. It is checking the username, passwords. It's giving the data back to the application, and then they are looking out for the inquiry of the trains, or checking the PNR, or checking a from and to destination rate, train information, which is again in the database. So there is a lot of to and fro going on between this thing and this thing, right? And the website has the flow throughout the day. The flow definitely would be little less, the traffic would be little less at night, but it still will have the traffic. Now consider this, I have a car, okay, and one of the tire is punctured and the car is moving at a 50 kilometers per hour speed. Can I repair that punctured tire while the car is moving? Or forget about repairing. Repairing is done when there is a damage. It's a wrong example. Let me give you a better example. Consider that I have a car. I want to analyze the air pressure in that particular car. So I can, fill the tire with the correct pressure again. Will I be able to check the pressure of the tire while the car is moving? I will need to stop the car. I'll need to use my gadget to put on the tires, opening, and I can check the pressure while the car is stopped. In this case, I cannot stop my website. I cannot analyze the pressure or I cannot analyze the information that I have in this particular database while this website is running. I will have to stop it, but stopping is not an option. I cannot just simply say, okay, I want to analyze the data. I want to run some reports. So please stop your website. I will run the report. I will give my presentation. And once I'm done, you can continue with your transaction. The entire country who is booking the tickets online will be on a standstill. So stopping the website to analyze the data is not an option. Let's assume that I continue to run the report while the transactions are on without stopping the website. So while I'm doing that, I will utilize a major chunk of it. While there are reports running on this web database, it will use a lot of chunk of this particular database for reporting purpose. Let me just color it out so you can differentiate. Now the brown color is being used for reporting. So initially, I had this entire database for my users for transactional purpose. But because I'm using this database for reporting as well, now reporting, takes a lot of bandwidth of SQL, takes a lot of SQL time. So when I'm using my database for reporting as well, it is affecting the OLTP transactions, the transactions on my real database. I cannot afford it because what it will cause the end user to have you know issues like the website is running slow when they're trying to pull up train details. It is pulling up really slow, and there are many slowness and total downtime issues being faced by the end users. Now this will ultimately cause a loss to me, my revenue, and it will also cause a bad user experience, which is a real bad thing for any business. So, one thing I have concluded from the entire explanation is that this particular database that I'm talking about, it cannot be used for reporting. Or if I have to use it, there should be a downtime. There should be like this particular website should be down until my reporting is done, which is not feasible. So how do I let my users continue to use the application or the website and do the reporting at the same time? The answer is by having a OLAP database. Now, the previous database that we're talking about, this one, this one was OLTP database, which means transactional database. The OLAP database is called analytical database. It is only for analysis. What I'm going to do is, while my website is on, while there are a lot of transactions in place already, I'm going to pass on the data from my OLTP into OLAP. So my data will flow like this, and whatever reporting that I have to do, I will do over here. I will not use OLAP for my reports. I'm sorry, I'll not use OLTP for my reports. I'll use OLAP for my reports. And this is also called as a data warehouse. This is also called as a data warehouse. So my all the chunk of data, whatever was in OLTP, will come over here, and I will have additional database to play with for my analysis and reporting. Now we are learning business intelligence. Why do we have to go into OLTP, OLAP data warehouse, right? I thought that I'll be learning business intelligence wherein I'll have reporting, analysis of data, and I'll predict the data. Well, to get into the deeper concept, it is important to build the base correctly. The data warehouse concept, the difference between OLTP and OLAP databases is crucial to begin with. Once you know that you do not have to, do your business intelligence on OLTP, OLTP will always be just the source of your data. The destination database will always be OLAP database, which is your data warehouse. There will be tools through which you will transfer data from OLTP to OLAP. There will be tools using which you will create some, reports in OLAP. And the reports that you will create in OLAP, trust me, they are going to be much, much, much faster than what it could have been in the OLTP database. So we are going to start from scratch, but we will go into the depth and I'm going to prove all the facts that I'm talking about in the coming videos. Now, my assumption is, and my hope is, that you know the difference between OLTP database and OLAP database. You know what a data warehouse is. You know the reasons why we use OLAP and why cannot we just deal with OLTP. So if this understanding is clear, the very first thing that we will see now is what tools do we use for achieving this? What are the tools for Microsoft Business Intelligence? That is called SQL Server Data Tools. Now, in this video, I will not cover the very first demo, but I will show you how from where you can go for installation of SQL Server Data Tools. But in the next video, I promise you we'll do a demo of a very basic demo of using one of the components of SQL Server Data Tools. So you just go to Google over here, just type in SQL Server Data Tools for Visual Studio, and you'll find several links out here. Download it and install it. Once you're done installation, I hope that you will be ready with the software, to practice in the next demo video. Once you have that video, you can, uh, proceed with replicating the demo that I'll be doing in the next session. Again, I'm from FKTI. This was the basic Microsoft Business Intelligence concept video, and I hope that you enjoyed it and you are going to like the coming videos as well. Obviously, I will not be able to share all the 40 days of data with you, but I will give you a good chunk to understand how the trainings will go, to get a gist of it, so you can make up your mind whether you want to proceed with this training or not. So kindly like and share this video if you enjoyed it, and please share it with people who you think would benefit from this. And do not forget to comment and place your comment for good or bad things that you liked or disliked in this video. Thank you.